Okay, everyone, this video is on exponent rules. And I'm going to go pretty fast. I'm going to try to go through a variety of different problems. So you definitely want to watch this more than once, pause it at numerous points in the video. So here we go. So as you can see, this is problem 11 from a recent worksheet. And the one rule I want to remind you of is, see that zero power? You should know anything to the zero power is 1. So if I have x squared there, but it's to the zero power, then we simply know that's 1. Because anything to the zero power is simply 1. Okay, let's take a look at these. We've been doing quite a few of these. Remember, if I was looking at number 7 here, I'm going to do 2 times 3 and get 6, right? And then I notice there's an x here, but there's no x over here, so it's x. And then I have, of course, the y squared here, and there's no y over here, so it's y squared, and I'm done. Bottom line, we multiply numbers like we always have. It's the exponents that we're going to end up adding if there's a multiplication situation. Sorry about my stumbling there. All right, let's look at number 9 down here. Notice I'm going to take 4 times 3 and get 12, right? And then I have an A3 here and an A negative 4 there. So when I times those together, guys, I'm going to add. And 3 minus 4 is negative 1. So I'm going to have an A negative 1. Okay? Now, notice there's a B squared and a B negative 3. Again, when I multiply those B's together, I know that 2 and a minus 3, again, is negative 1. So I'm going to end up with B negative 1. Now, the answer I came up here, guys, is valid. That's the right answer. But your teacher is going to expect you to rewrite these expressions and simplify them without negative powers. So the one new rule I want to remind you of is that negative powers never mean the number's negative. Negative powers mean reciprocal. So what you're going to see me do here, guys, is do the reciprocal. Okay? So coming back to the problem, I have a regular 12. And this A right here, guys, because of negative 1 means I'm going to flip it down. I'm going to do its reciprocal. And same with the B negative 1. I know the B comes down, and I have a regular B in the denominator. And so this is the preferred answer with positive powers and no negative powers. So pause the video if you need to. Okay, let's look at a couple more. I don't know about you, but I notice in 13, I already have an R to the 0, but we already know that's a 1 there, right? So what we really have is a 4 to the 4 power, and you should know the meaning of powers. I'm just going to take 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, and using your calculator if you need to, you should get 256. Now let's look at the problem number 15 down below here. Notice, guys, I have that 4 power again, and there's several ways we can approach this, but I think this may be the easiest way right now for you to understand. We're going to look at that 4 power. We're going to ask ourselves, what does that 4 power mean? Well, what it means is whatever's in the parentheses, I have 4 times. So here I go. 1, 3K4, 2, 3K4s, 3, 3K4s, and finally the fourth 3K4. And these are all timesing each other because that's the meaning of a power, right? So finishing up, I know that the 3 here times the 3 there times the 3 there times the 3 there. And again, if we have to, we use our calculator, right? But that's 81. And then the K4, 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 K4. See, now we're multiplying, right? And what do we do when we multiply? We add exponents. So 4, 4, 4, 4, guys, is K4. 16. Pause the video again if you need to. All right, let's take a look at this one. What does that -1 power mean again, guys? It means reciprocal. What does reciprocal mean? That means you flip it over. So because of that -1, couldn't I take 4x1 and flip it down? And if we look at our answer there, guys, there's nothing else to simplify. No other x's, y's, or numbers to simplify with. So there's our answer. So please remember that -1 never means the answer is negative. What it means is we do the reciprocal of it. We flip it over. All right, pause the video. We'll make these our last two, guys. So looking at number 12, I want you to notice the -4 power again. So what does that negative mean? Reciprocal, right? So this is basically 1 over 2x squared to the +4 power. Now that we got rid of the negative, what does that 4 power mean again? That means we have this, guys. We have 2x squared once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. And they're all times each other. So finishing up here, guys, I have 1 over 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 16. x2 times x2 times x2 times x2. We add with exponents, right? Is at x to the 8 power. Again, x to the 8 because I did 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 because we add when multiplying. Finally, guys, what does that 2 power mean? I have 1, 2 of them. Okay, finishing up, I know 4 times 4 is 16. I know A3 times A3 is A6. There's no negative powers to worry about. And we're done. Pause the video one last time. So guys, I kind of ran out of time. Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3 more there that I'm going to have to do in class in the future, probably tomorrow, okay? So I'm going to stop the video right now. I want to remind you, the ones that we did, please watch again. Take notes on it. Make sure you know all those little rules that we talked about in the video. Until next time, bye.